Hey, Anna's Nicole's and Smith's, and welcome to another disorder we love to call the Tube, and that's our mess today. The right to be forgotten law and its implication, Google Glass on sale now, e-voting in Estonia, a sad goodbye from a space oddity, the social watch, and more. But let's start with, of course, the NSA. What better way to start the show than a new Edward Snowden leak? Yay, more secret documents. And there's the news. Microsoft allegedly worked to provide the FBI with court-ordered user data after the company began using encryption for customers who used Outlook, according to newly released Snowden files. Released by journalist Glenn Greenwald, it clearly states that Microsoft was working with the FBI to develop a surveillance capability to deal with the new SSL. This comes on top of new revelations claiming the NSA is installing backdoors into American-made hardware. By the way, Greenwald appeared on the Colbert Report last week to promote his new book on the affair and said that he has one very big story to publish in the next couple of weeks, a story that will shape the way we think about the last year of NSA and government spying revelations. We here at the Tube can't wait. Now, is Google responsible for links to old websites that can hurt your reputation? A court in the European Union shocked the tech world yesterday, saying the answer is yes. The European Court of Justice ruled Tuesday that consumers have the right to be forgotten and can ask Google to remove damaging links. Google has said the ruling is disappointing and is parallel to censorship. More on this interesting development in this next story by Roni Ben Bassat for I24 News Evening News.
A walk down Google's memory lane may become shorter than usual. According to a surprise ruling by the European Union's top court on Tuesday, the internet giant will now have to grant users a so-called right to be forgotten from its search engine's history. The company, which dominates the internet search industry, has previously argued that it is responsible only for finding information, not producing it. But the court thought it still bears some responsibility for its search results. It all started 5 years ago, when a Spanish citizen complained personal details of his involvement in a 1998 debt recovery operation continued to appear online, long after the legal dispute had been resolved. The European Court of Justice said individuals have the right to be excluded from the search results under certain circumstances, when their personal data becomes outdated or inaccurate. Google, on its end, was disappointed by the ruling and argues it amounts to censorship. The rapid pace of technology change is now causing Europe to adopt stricter privacy policies, and legislation set to ensure them is already under negotiation by lawmakers, targeting more powerful internet companies such as Twitter and Facebook.
With us in the studio to dissect this decision is Kalkalist tech correspondent Omer Kabir. Good evening.
Good evening, Jason.
So, where do you stand? Google claims it's censorship when it's obviously, privacy issue. What do you think?
I don't think it's that obvious. It's a very complicated issues, and there is really a tension between the right to privacy and the free speech and the right of the public for information. And you can see some cases when it is justifiable to delete information, like the original man of the Spanish citizen. He had an old debt. It was cleared out years ago, and now everybody who comes on Google can see it's debt. It might hurt his business or his job opportunities. On the other hand, should be clear from Google search results from news stories about persons who were convicted in major crimes like murder or rape. I'm not sure it should be done this way, so it's a very complicated issue. The court decision, by the way, is only a guidance. It didn't really go into specific, and now it's up to the various countries in the European Union to decide how to interpret it and how to use it.
Yeah, because I'm assuming it's a very complex thing to execute. But before we talk about what's to be done, there's the the global statement that we have the technology that remembers everything. Yeah. That doesn't mean that everything should be remembered.
Yeah, that's right. It's a very important statement, as you said. The European Union and its institutions are once again setting the way for the rest of the world in how we use technology and how this technology relates to our privacy. They are always outgoing first in setting the rating, setting an example, very much concerned with privacy, very much different from the US courts and institutions that are putting more emphasis on freedom of speech. It's two competing forces, two competing opinions, and right now the one for privacy is in the headlines.
Yeah, so let's imagine, what does it mean for Google? I mean, what will it have to do now?
Well, right now, at this very second, it doesn't have to do anything. The court decision is only a guidance. It depends on the various countries. Once it's implemented, then Google will have to respond to requests from citizens, from users, to remove certain information from its search results according to various standards that will be decided by the various European countries. Of course, it's only relevant to countries in the European Union, not to us, not to US citizens.
But why Google are, to begin with, so against it?
Well, first of all, it's more work for them. They need to set up a department, they need to set up a procedure. They're already doing that with copyrighted search results, but it's still more work, more procedures. And I think they also will lose money directly because less search results mean less information Google has about you. And then if Google has less information, then it can sell you less targeted advertising, which will mean less money.
So they call it censorship, but it's basically their bank account. And tell me,
it's always business.
Yeah, well, I'm always disappointed to hear that. So is Google just the first? I mean, will Facebook and other social media will be next?
It's a very different situation because in Google it's talked specifically about search result links to information. The information itself will still be on the web. The decision doesn't concern at all with the information itself, only with links to this information. Facebook and Twitter are not coming into account in this decision. It won't affect them anyway.
I have no idea. If I posted something on Facebook like 5 years ago and I deleted it, can a court say we want to see that because we know it was there? I mean, does the information exist everywhere in the world?
Well, if you deleted it, it certainly won't be available to you or to anyone else. And it depends on the company policy about saving its information in its internal servers. It might be that Facebook saves that information but don't display it to you.
Okay, now shortly, are we going to see like two different Googles, one European and one for the rest of the world?
This is exactly the question now that lawyers are debating. Will Google, once it's been asked to remove a result, will remove it from all of its searches or only from searches in the European Union? It's very interesting. Will there be two Googles, two search results, two internets basically? Because for many people, Google is the internet.
It's the base. Yeah, well, interesting. We'll keep, we'll get updated because the story is just beginning. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now, so Google doesn't really want us all to be talking about privacy. Okay, so look over here, Google Glass. Yay, it's available for everybody now. That is, if you have $1,500 to burn and you happen to live in the US. Yes, Google has just announced its opening sales of the much talked about Google headset to everyone living in the United States, as long as they're in stock and you have the money. You too can join the Beta Explorer program and spend a lot of cash on a product that's, well, not really ready yet. Now that Google is more widely available, now that Glass is more widely available, Google is saying thank you to its first explorers with this next video.
The first thing I say is, yeah, do you want to try it on?
This becomes a vehicle to engage with people who are interested in it.
It's hands-free. It's kind of an excellent thing to have when you're elbows deep into a 3D printer. You can point with your face while you're working with your hands. As an artist, that's revolutionary.
Put it on for the first time and not have my vision blocked and just see that it was crystal clear, and found myself naturally taking more photographs and more video with Glass just because it's on my face.
I made a small video of applications. One of them was to give CPR. I created CPR Glass to give an example to the people and to the doctors about the potential of Glass.
We actually convinced our rabbi to wear it during the exchanging of rings and our vows.
Okay, just want to make sure we capture this.
Yeah, so moving. The glasses are so ugly still. Now just don't talk about the EU court decision and everybody's fine, okay? So don't. Hush. Hush! Now, Estonia is a very proud country, and one of the things they're most proud of is the fact that they have an entire e-voting system that allows the people to vote via the internet. Well, not anymore. Estonia's online voting system could easily be hacked by attackers working on behalf of an outside government, researchers have discovered. As one of the highest profile countries in its adoption of the internet, Estonia intends to use the e-voting system for its European elections in May and already uses it for national, parliamentary and municipal elections. Researchers warn that attacks could be carried out by nation states wanting to compromise election or a well-founded candidate who hired criminal hackers with capabilities to alter the vote. Here's a peek at a video made by University of Michigan Security Labs.
Now, the problem with internet voting is it opens up the voting system to the entire world. Anyone with an internet connection can start to attack it and seek to undermine that, often undetectably. And what we've seen over time is that state-level attackers, but also criminal groups, are getting more resources and more sophistication in how they can do online attacks.
Estonia today is the only country that uses internet voting for a very large fraction of their national elections. About 20% of all votes in recent elections have been cast using an internet voting system. In October 2013, we assembled an international team of independent experts in electronic voting and computer security to examine the Estonian system.
We didn't see a polished, fully documented procedural approach of maintaining the back-end systems for the elections.
Yeah, too bad, Estonia. Now you will have to go outside the house to vote, like the rest of us. If you are not one of the 22 million people to watch astronaut Chris Hadfield's cover of Space Oddity performed in the International Space Station, you are out of luck. The 5.5-minute YouTube video that became an absolute cultural treasure has been taken offline today when Hadfield's copyright agreement with David Bowie's representative expired. That's unbelievable. Hadfield, a Canadian astronaut who manned the International Space Station from December 2012 to May 2013, filmed the cover on the ISS and had it edited by his own son. That's lovely. It's one of several viral films Hadfield made on board the station. Here it is again before it vanishes forever in space and time. Selfie is a word that we need to kill, and fast. But until it dies, here's one good last use of the word. Alex Chacon made 360 selfies around the world and combined them all into one mega clip. We're jealous, we hate him. And to close the show, may we present to you the video that thousands of years of evolution has brought us to, with 6 million views in 3 days. A bunny eating raspberries. this is cute, it's disturbing. It's lipstick from nature on a cute bunny. And that's it. This show is over. Thanks for watching. Log to our Twitter and then to our Tumblr. It's the Tube24. And now a piece of advice from the happiest woman I know, Donatella Versace. You can have small moments of happiness in life. You certainly can't expect years of it. You get that? She's bitter. Goodbye.